Maximus Analysis here for July 15th, 2015, and we see a very tight range day. We go to 15-minute kind of just to give perspective here, and you can see that not much happened at all. Sideways from yesterday, basically broke down a little bit going into the close, but still, again, it just gave a doji day, and it's just sideways. Again, if we have a break, or if they get this green, actually, that would actually be worse, because that means that the green volume is actually still declining. So, again, will still keep saying that I want 2120, and I want 2120, and I would wait not for a breakout, but for more dip to. They have to prove something to me after all this churn that I'm not going to just put my hard money to waste. Same thing, doji here on excuse me, on the NQ. Not much to look at there. YM, we have pretty much the same thing, clearing above this, but not much. And again, if I drew it, let's say some people are real sticklers to say, okay, this is it because the top of the wick, you can kind of get the idea of what's going on. Again, the volume is completely dry there. You have IWM that gave more of a sell signal here. Again, it's back at overbought type of levels. So we'll see how this one plays out. You have crude that actually broke down, and again, it's continuing the downtrend. I mean, it's just continuing to go down. It was a nice pan short this morning after the report, and we'll be looking at it tomorrow for some continued weakness. Again, we are looking at these same levels we've been looking at for months: 49, 44, and potentially even 39. But again, this is not far-fetched. This yesterday I showed this would consider a nice bear flag, and it's breaking down. So it would have to get way up back above these levels for me to look at a long. Even if they got up to this level and kind of fill this gap that they had here, that doesn't mean anything for me because the trend is low going down. You had Apple, again, for the Dow names, they only had pretty much Apple was the only name that was pretty much up. So make sure that you're looking at that information as well, not getting blindsided by whatever this market closes at, because the only one that was above $1 was Apple, and I think Johnson & Johnson out of the 30 names. So again, everything else they were selling into. And Johnson & Johnson is not a name that you would say you would want to get long. Well, at least I wouldn't want to get long at all right here. So all the other names in the Dow were broken down. You have Tesla. Tesla's looking like it could give a sell signal coming up, actually based on it breaking this low. A little bit aggressive, but I think that it could break down again if we have a nice flush tomorrow. You had Netflix. It's just funny seeing this name now at $100, but you know, it is what it is. Stock split. So again, I wouldn't short this name. I would only look for shorts if it got underneath here, and then I would want it to give me some type of movement as well. I don't need to be the first out the foxhole with that one. Amazon. Amazon, again, is a name I would not go short in just because of the price movement. I would not be going short this name. We were looking for a pullback to go long, but I would be very cautious of going long anything during this time. We got Tesla already done. We got Priceline. Oops, this is not Priceline. Priceline continues again. Priceline is a tricky one right here. So you see that they've broken down from right here, right? Broken that down. So again, if they break above this high, that would actually be a pretty decent long, because the selling volume down here, you can see how anemic it is. So that's something to be kind of aware of as well, that volume is low. But again, if they break down, again, if you're aggressive, you're looking at a long. But again, I'm just not looking for any longs right here, right now, because of how the indexes are behaving. You got Google. Google gave an indecision day. Again, it's had a nice ramp up, and I was not expecting this. And again, I'm not one of those guys that's going to say I seen it, or you know, I timestamp these videos, so you could go back and say no, the hell you didn't. And I don't want to be that guy, because everybody and their mother is talking about that. And it's just an indecision day. But again, I would wait for some type of pullback if you were considering to go long. You had Twitter, which had that funny news yesterday, and then it gave all of it back. So again, the trend is your friend, and it gave all of it back, and just that's pretty much it regarding that name. We got the bonds. Bonds broke up a little bit. I don't know who's buying bonds, but it broke up a little bit, but still holding this 115.50 area. You got the dollar. The dollars continue to go up, so you see that you have these lows marked out, and it's still holding this low. So volume has gotten up. I mean, but it's going to be a choppy one for sure. So we just want to see how that one plays itself out. And we have GDX, which again is still breaking down. I don't see why anybody would want to go long this, but hey, again, it's not a matter of being long gold, and that's the thing that a lot of people need to start thinking about. It's not gold. It's what does this chart do? It just happens to be gold's chart, because if this was IBM, if this was Boeing, if this was Google, if this was whoever, I still would not be going long. And people are looking at, just because it's gold, they look at, oh, well, this is different. No, it's not really different. It's getting its ass beat just like anybody else. And the short is probably up here, just a small flag. Or you could got here as well. I think I put that. The same thing I typically put for everything else. Didn't even come up that high. It came up just 1 or 2 bars and then flashed down. So again, I want to see what they do with these indexes. I know Greece is on fire right now. It's not funny, but it's just, I just wish I didn't have to talk about Greece so damn much for the last 2 weeks. But we'll see how this one plays out, what's going on overnight, and we'll see how this plays out for my little short that I got on right now. So take care, and remember to trade them wisely, manage your risk. That's the only thing you can manage, because the only thing in this game you can do is trust your stops. Take care.